Carmen Winstead was 17 years old when her parents decided to move to Indiana. The relocation caused a lot of problems for Carmen. She had to leave her friends behind and attend a whole new school in Indiana. It was the middle of the school year, so pretty much every student had just no interest in befriending the new girl. So initially she spent many days alone walking from class to class without speaking to anyone, but she eventually started hanging out around a group of 5 girls. Now, Carmen thought these girls were her friends at first, but it wasn't long before she discovered that they had been talking behind her back and spreading really vile rumors about her. When she confronted them, the girls turned on her and started bullying her every single day. One day she left her school books in the classroom at break time, and when she returned, she found someone had taken a Sharpie and written awful words all over her books. Another day she opened her bag and discovered someone had poured yogurt all over the insides. Sometimes she would come to school and find that her locker had been vandalized. And the final straw came when she went and put on her coat at recess and discovered that someone had stuffed dog poop in the pocket. So Carmen decided that she could not take this bullying any longer. So she planned to stay behind that evening after school to tell a teacher about it. But unfortunately, she never had time to do that. After lunch, her teacher announced that the school was holding a fire drill, and when the alarm sounded, Carmen and the other students filed out of the classroom and assembled in the yard outside. And as the teacher stood there and read out the roll call, the gang of 5 girls decided that this would be the best time to go and embarrass Carmen. They moved over to where Carmen was standing near a sewer drain and began crowding the poor girl, getting in her face and nudging her towards the open manhole. They pushed her and she tripped over and fell head first down into the hole. When they saw her falling, they started giggling, and when Carmen's name was called out by the teacher, they said, "She's down in the sewer." All of the students began laughing, but when the teacher looked down the sewer and saw Carmen's body lying right at the bottom at an awkward angle, the laughter abruptly stopped. Her head was twisted around and she wasn't moving. Carmen was dead. When the police arrived and went down into the sewer, they determined that she had broken her neck on the concrete at the bottom. And of course, these 5 girls lied to the police, and the police believed the girls, and Carmen's death was ruled an accident. Months later, Carmen's classmates began receiving strange emails that were titled, "They pushed her." The emails also warned that the guilty people should own up and take responsibility for their crime. If they didn't, there would be horrible consequences. A few days later, one of the girls who pushed Carmen down the sewer was at home taking a shower when she heard a strange cackling laugh. It seemed to be coming from the drain. The girl started freaking out, got out of the shower, ran into her bedroom. She said goodnight to her mom and went to sleep. 5 hours later, her mom was awoken in the middle of the night by a loud noise that resounded through the house. She ran into her daughter's room only to find it empty. The worried mother called the police, and eventually they found the girl's grisly remains. She was lying in the sewer covered in muck and poop. Her neck was broken, and one by one, all of the girls who pushed Carmen that day were found at the bottom of the sewer. So the warning here is just be careful who you bully, because you might just find yourself on the receiving end of the curse of Carmen Winstead.